Begin tonight with a recent decision by President Donald Trump that could have major implications to many people who live here in Rhode Island. Good evening. I'm Mike Montecalvo.
And I'm Shannon Heggie. The president announced yesterday that he's ending a special immigration program that has allowed nearly 4,000 Liberians, many of them here in Rhode Island, to legally work and live in the U.S. over the past 25 years.
Eyewitness News reporter Caroline Goggin joins us now live with a reaction to the president's decision. Caroline?
Well, Mike and Shannon, that program started in 1991. Certain Liberian nationals who left home during the war were able to reside here in the United States. For the past 27 years, Liberians have held their breath from year to year, hoping whoever was in office would extend the program. But now that President Trump has decided it will expire by March of 2019, some Rhode Islanders are fearful for the future.
You live here for 30 years. This is your country.
Henrietta White-Holder came to the United States in 1980 on a visitor's visa. There had just been a coup in Liberia. She left her family behind.
When the war ended, I did go back home. And it was a means of assessing what the country looks like and also just the ability to see what I could do to contribute.
In 2008, Henrietta founded Higher Ground International. The nonprofit works to improve the lives of people living in parts of West Africa while providing opportunities to the Liberian community residing in Rhode Island.
It's small enough, it reminds you of back home, and you're able to create a community.
That community now facing uncertainty. Earlier this week, President Trump directed his departments of State and Homeland Security to bring an end to the program that allowed some Liberian nationals to have temporary residence here in the U.S. The president said his administration found that conditions in Liberia had improved and that the country has made significant progress in restoring stability and proper government.
The Liberians who have been there all those years and have suffered through wars and Ebola and tragedy and everything, they don't consider you to be one of them.
As the White House winds down protected status for Liberians, Henrietta says she's ready to fight, telling us it's time to pave a pathway to citizenship for Liberians here in the U.S. Because for them, going back doesn't mean going home.
America is our home. We've been here for all these years, and you can't send people back to a place where that isn't ready to support them.
And again, that program is set to now expire in March of next year. Several members of the Rhode Island delegation have responded to President Trump's recent decision. They say it's now time to call on Congress to pass legislation that would pave the pathway to citizenship for Liberian nationals. I'm Caroline Goggin, Eyewitness News.